Hi everyone and welcome back to Mummy in a Tutu on YouTube. I'm Mummy in a Tutu, aka Katie, aka Toots, and welcome to my channel. So I'm in the middle of my big Vlogtober extravaganza where you release a new vlog every single day of October, or in my case almost every single day because you miss 2 days because your toddler won't go to sleep. Sorry about that. But if you haven't seen any of my vlogs, where have you been? I'm sure in your sidebar, over that way, I'm sure in your sidebar you'll be seeing lots of them pop up, so please do click through if any of them take your fancy. So today's vlog is a bit of a random one, but I'm calling it How to Be Single. Now you're probably thinking, well, being single is easy. You're just like single, you're not with anyone. And yeah, okay, effectively, that is what being single is. Now, despite the fact that I have a child, I've actually probably been single for the majority of my life. I've only ever been with a partner for 2 Valentine's Days. I think 2 birthdays obviously, because 2 Valentine's Days and my birthday is just after Valentine's Day. Yeah, I don't know why, that's just the way it's been. I've never found that person. And that's not to say that I won't find them. I kind of am coming to the realisation now that it may actually not happen. I just might be one of those people that it doesn't happen for. And yeah, that is kind of a sad thought, especially for someone who's grown up watching Disney and believing in fairy tales and princes and that your prince will come and find you eventually. And obviously that's not real life at all. But you still kind of do, harbour that hope that that magic out there does exist. And for a lot of people, it really, really does. But for me, it's just not happened yet. So I have spent the majority of my life as a single person with steps into relationships. And when in relationships, I absolutely do adore them. And I'm completely not blameless at all when it comes to not being in a relationship, because I can fully imagine that I am not the easiest person to be in a relationship with. I'm very headstrong and I'm very stubborn, and people need to stand up to me, and people don't necessarily always stand up to me. So that's probably why. And then when I get an idea in my head, I just go with it, and it's crazy, and sometimes I don't always make the right priorities. But I think I've changed a lot over the past few years, and I think I'm a very different person to the last time that I was in a relationship. And hopefully when I decide to get myself a life and get back out there and actually interact with the world, I'll meet someone who sees that I'm a completely different person and that perhaps I'm the right person. But I digress. This is not about why I'm single. This is about how to be single. So let's discuss that, shall we? Now, a lot of how to be single actually relies a lot and heavily on other people. Most of the time, I'd say probably about 75% of the time, being single doesn't bother me one jot. It means I get the whole bed to myself. If I don't want to shave my legs, I really don't have to, and trust me, I don't. It's, tights or winter, and then obviously when I finally decide to wear shorts, then yes, obviously I will. But it's perfect, it's great. I don't have to share the remote with anyone and things like that. However, there's that other 25% of the time, and that 25% of the time where it does matter to you that you're single, completely sucks ass actually. And it would be quite nice to reach over in the vast space of the bed that you've got and find someone there. It would be quite nice to have to fight someone for the remote, or even just be sat next to someone, or at the end of a really sucky day, it would be really nice to have someone to give a hug to. So what are you meant to do? Well, how to be single relies heavily actually on your friends. Now you may think, well, I'm the only single person in all of my friends, and actually until recently I was the only single person in the group of friends I have, and everyone else is very happy in their 2.4 children lives. Although obviously that's just what we see on the outside, we don't know what's going on behind closed doors. However, those lovely people that are happy and married or with partners and everything else are there actual people, as well as family obviously, that will get you through. In that 25% of the time where it sucks to be single and you think all I want is a hug, or all I want is for someone to say I love you or something, there will actually always be someone there who can tell you that or do that for you. And it's not the same. I can feel myself welling up when I'm talking about this, and I don't actually mean to, but I suppose I might actually be in that 25% stage at the moment, which I didn't think I was, because actually I'm okay being single at the moment. I think it's just hard to talk about it. So sorry. It's not the same. It's not the same when they say that they love you. It's not the same when they tell you that you're amazing and that it'll happen and it's out there, because actually they don't know that it's going to happen, and they don't know that it's out there, and they try their absolute best to make you feel as good about yourself as you should. So for that, you should be so thankful. When you're single, you need to not push people away. You need to actually pull them closer, because in that 25% of time, in that 25% of time when it sucks, despite the fact that you'll want to push them away and you'll want to say to them that they don't know what they're talking about and that they can't help you, they actually can. Because when they say all that and you're like, yeah, well, it's not true, blah blah blah, being single sucks, you don't know what it's about, if you wait kind of half an hour or so, actually what they've said will start to sink in, and what they say actually takes you back. It takes you back into the 75% of the time where it's okay. And it's okay to cry. I know that I'm saying sorry, but it's okay to cry, and it's okay to feel sad about it, and it's okay for things to have not turned out how you wanted them to be. But it's not okay. It's not okay to be by yourself with it. You need to make sure that you get yourself out there, that you make sure you interact with your friends. If they didn't want to spend time with you or talk to you, then they wouldn't offer. You're not a nuisance, you're not a third wheel. You're a human being, you are their friend, so you need to make sure that you allow them to be your friends and allow them to support you through it. Now, from a slightly less emotional standpoint, being single, in that 25% of the time where it completely sucks, a lot of other things will help as well. I find that Netflix helps a lot. There's some great things to watch on there, and obviously being single, you get completely free reign and choice over what you want to watch. I like crappy reality shows and amazing reality shows and all of that, and I like rom-coms and chick flicks. I pounded and watched every single episode of RuPaul's Drag Race. Amazing. When not on a diet, I also find that Ben and Jerry help. Cookie dough, amazing. And having a nice slimline gin and tonic. I don't drink too much, obviously, because being single mama, I've got a bubba in the other room. But yeah, have a drink every now and again, or have a cup of tea, curl up under a cozy blanket, really comfy joggers and a hoodie. You know, these are all the things you need to survive being single. And the other thing, obviously, the other thing that gets me through is Alyssa, because I do have someone who loves me completely, unconditionally. And my mum told me the other day that I'm her world, and actually that's such an amazing thought, an amazing feeling. So yes, I may be single, I may not be in a relationship, but thanks to fate, or whatever you want to call it, I have this amazing little human being who loves me and calls me mama. Now, I thought I might never ever get that, so I'm incredibly thankful that I did. And if you haven't managed to get it yet, it might come. You don't know. Love might come. And if it doesn't, then what's stopping you from going and trying to do it by yourself? If I hadn't have had Alyssa, how I did, I would have gone out there and found a way. If it was really and truly what I wanted to do, I would have gone out there and found a way to have a baby by myself. Like Min from Single Mum Speaks, who is absolutely incredible. I'll pop the link below so that you can go over and read her blog. You know, there's always a way. There is always a way. I suppose this wasn't really how to be single per se. It was more of it's okay to be single, and it's okay to be single even if it makes you sad, because you won't be sad all the time. Sometimes, 75% of the time, you'll be fine. And just make sure that in that 25% of the time that you're not, that there's someone there to give you a hug, someone there to tell you it'll be okay, even if you don't want to listen to it. And hey, if you don't think that you have anyone, I'm always here. Pop me a message, say, hey, it sucks to be single and I'm in 25%, what do I do? And I will be messaging you back with huge hugs and huge love and telling you that it'll be alright. Because even though I am the worst person when I'm upset and worst person when I'm in 25% and don't want to listen, actually when my head starts to emerge from that black foggy cloud, I realise it will be okay, and that things will turn out how they're meant to turn out in the end. Thanks so much for joining me for another episode of my Vlogtober extravaganza. I hope this wasn't too depressing for you, but a different one for me. Yeah. If you enjoyed this vlog, don't forget to subscribe to Mummy in a Tutu. There's a button down here somewhere. And also don't forget to give me a thumbs up and a comment. I love comments. And don't forget, like I said, you can message me anytime on any of my social media channels. I'm Mummy in a Tutu on all of them, or you can pop me a message on mummyinatutu.co.uk. There's a contact me page there, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Bye.